Senator, citizens are looking for a promise out of Capitol Hill, I think, and reassure them, if you can, of the work that you're prepared to put in so that we're not here again.
Well, this cannot be that we react just in the moment and then we let it go. We do have to use this moment to pass the Justice and Policing Act, but that needs to be just the first step to addressing all these other deep inequities in our society. And I know there's a debate on social media about, whether or not voting makes a difference. Voting isn't everything, but voting makes a huge difference at the federal level. A lot of the issues we're talking about, for example, inequities in education, disparities in healthcare, some of these deep systemic issues, there has been proposed legislation. I've put in proposed legislation, but to get that over the finish line, you need a majority, just like we need a majority for the Justice and Policing Act. So as President Obama has recently reminded people, it is essential that the young people who are right now protesting and helping change our country, and I've been out there with them, that they also march to the voting booths and support candidates who are agreeing with them and demanding this kind of change, whether in education or healthcare disparities. Because at the end of the day, in a place like the United States Congress, there are lots of things that go down because we lack a few votes. And so to get that sustained systemic change, let's channel this moment into passing the Justice and Policing Act, but then we got to be able to take up these other measures, and that needs votes.
Wesley, what's the message over the megaphone now?
Focusing on educating our communities, our people, and actually getting them in the room to be a part of creating that actual change. So when you say, people need to understand what's going on, that's on both ends. There's people who are actually from those communities that need to be educated, and there's people who are not from those communities that need to be educated, so we can make sure we all come to some place where we can bring change to our actual communities, so we can close the gap in that bridge. And I was trying to, close out giving one example, because Jane said something about changing the system. So I have a young man in my program where a judge is about to sentence 16 to 7 years in adult prison, right? But nobody looked at what the young man was on. Nobody looked at the needs that he had as a young individual in the city that was struggling. So when I went to the court and I actually speak on his behalf, the judge released him to 6 months in our program. This young man graduated high school. This young man has a job now and temporary housing. Making that example, if we would have just condemned that young man 7 years in adult prison, that young man's life is over right now, and looking at him as an adult. So we need to actually look at what's wrong and what's going on in church lives and what's going on in our communities to make sure we provide the proper resources, so then we won't condemn them to the juvenile justice system, the prisons, and locking them up at age.
Looking at a person as a whole. I appreciate that, Wesley. Delegate, I'm going to get you the last word here. You'll soon, potentially be leading a big body here in the city.
Yeah, so I'm going to close out a little differently and just look at it from a policy perspective. We need our Maryland General Assembly in Annapolis to substantively change the law enforcement officers' Bill of Rights. That's something that has been pushed for quite some time. Now I think this next session is the time to do it. We need to look at the way transparency and accountability is done through Public Information Acts for personnel records. We need Commissioner Harrison to have the power to fire an officer for doing wrongdoing immediately. There are certain professions that you don't always necessarily get a second chance. Say if you have a brain surgeon that messes up a brain surgery really bad, typically no one will ever want them to be a surgeon again in that field. We have to ensure that Commissioner Harrison has the power to not have to force his officers to investigate their own. So in certain cases, maybe we need independent automatic investigations. And lastly, the community needs to have a say. So we need to have a review panel that's made up of majority of the community for some of these actions. I mean, when we look at the issue of in Minneapolis, that particular police officer had over 17 complaints in the past filed against him over several years. I've been a victim of police assault in the city of Baltimore. I was too young to really understand the process and to go and actually file and to have a complaint against that particular officer that decided to push me down on that dark night. But what I will say is that when we see these types of complaints, we know that there's many more out there that go unreported. So again, it's really about coming out of this moment and just from a criminal justice perspective, just from a police transparency and accountability perspective, of substantively changing the way that we've been able to focus. And then when we talk about reduction of violent crime in our city, when we talk about growing our city, that's about loosening up and removing the chasm between our community and our police department. Once we see that and we give Commissioner Harrison the tools and we ensure that the community has the ability of having a voice, I think that's when we grow a better Baltimore.
Commissioner, Jane, Senator, Wesley, Aaron, Delegate, thank you all for joining us. I hope that we have another discussion where we're on the other end of this. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we have run out of time in our broadcast, but not on this conversation. We vow to continue it on our air, in our newsroom, and in our homes, as we hope you do the same. It is a necessary one. After all, it is written in our framework that all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is our hope that this conversation will help in making those words reality. Good night.